Good evening, everyone. Our top story, marijuana is now legal. Is now legal in Quahog. And it's made everything just so great. Okay, you can read the next one.
No, you can.
No, you.
Okay. Let's read it both together.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay. Here's Ollie Williams with a Blackie weather forecast. How's the weather look, Ollie?
Not too bad.
Right on.
If your friends are nerdy and you are nerdy too, I want to talk to you. Friends talking nerdy.
All right, next one, Noel. What do you got?
Zoolander.
Oh,
Good one.
Finally. Tim, did you not like Zoolander?
I did, when when Ben Stiller tries to be funny, he sucks.
Wow.
Yeah, but you got to keep in mind the first movie I saw from Ben Stiller was this little independent movie he made called Permanent Midnight. Based off an amazing memoir from this guy who used to write for TV shows. He wrote for Alf and whatnot.
Yeah, Jerry Stahl, right?
Yeah. He had like a hardcore drug habit, lost his family. In the book, he has this amazing description of hallucinating about Alf being outside of his bathroom door trying to get in to attack him or something like that.
Oh my God.
Which was amazing. The usual cast that Ben Stiller has in all of his films was in this as well. I mean, a very young Owen Wilson is in it, but just really, really good. And it's one of those deals that I really wish Ben Stiller would make more drama movies.
Well, do you like Tropic Thunder?
That was all right. I do like what they did with Tom Cruise in the film, even the dancing at the end, because Tom Cruise took a chance. And when Tom Cruise takes a chance, the results are usually pretty damn good.
Well, that movie was really more of like a whole inside joke.
Right.
Like it was such a spoof on the whole industry. So that's the thing, I think...
Where's my grip? I want you to take your fist and punch it hard as possible. I was just like, wow, yeah. But so we're talking about Zoolander. I liked it. I mean, the scene where him and his friends.
Gasoline
that's the best. Oh my God, that is so funny. If anything else in that film, wait before you go. For anything else in that film that you have issue with, that scene alone was the funniest thing I've ever seen. I never laughed so hard. That is so silly. It's funny.
That was
Go
great.
figure. True models wouldn't. It is. Oh God. I mean, that's like the funniest part of the whole film.
And that was with a young Alexander Skarsgård. I can never pronounce his last name. The one who played in True Blood on HBO.
And then
Tarzan.
The show. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. Zoolander.
But no, Zoolander had a lot of great lines, and the fact I thought he played it great, and the whole that was the whole point. Like him being completely stupid, and him making the difference between the face and the fact that Will Ferrell was even I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Am I the only one who sees this? It's the same look. No, Mugatu.
Mugatu, right?
Mugatu.
Yeah, so Tim hates that as well.
Yeah, Tim's done. He's
I heard Will Ferrell was in an accident recently. I hope he gets better.
Stop.
All right, what's your next choice?
So I'm going to stick, following on Noel's trail of Ben Stiller, I'm going to say Dodgeball.
Yes! Jody loves Chucky.
Tim's shaking his head. You should say, Tim's like, no.
Jody loves Chucky.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah, play. Yeah.
Oh, that was...
Well, then, yeah.
I guess the good thing about that movie is that at the end they did make fun of the producers of the movie because the producers wanted a happy ending, and the writers of the film didn't want to go that route, but they had a little joke at the end at the expense of the producers about why they won. So.
What was I don't know about this.
The trophy day one was, how do you pronounce that? The Deus Ex Machina.
Okay.
I don't know. Will Ferrell's in it. Fuck him. Anyway.
Was he in that? He wasn't in Dodgeball.
No, you're right. No, that was Vince Vaughn.
Will Ferrell. Yeah, Vince Vaughn. No, he thought Will Ferrell was in it for some reason. Noel got up. He took his headset off, so he can't hear you.
All right.
No, that movie, I thought, like, the way, that was the one thing, like, the way all the lines were given, like, it was just, like, all of them, it was just pretty straightforward, and even, like, L for love, honey, L for love, that's not what L means. It's like, and the way it's like, no, everybody has their own definition. It's like him and his mail order bride, they have L for love, and it's like, not for loser.
Sorry.
No, it's just like the way all of those lines were given, and even Justin Long.
Yeah.
Where it's like, so here's what's interesting. So when I saw this, depending where you see this movie, on what channel, because originally the movie, like, there were some words that, what's his name, the guy in the wheelchair,
Rip Torn.
Rip Torn, thank you. So Rip Torn actually had different wording. There were different lines he used, and even if you see it on HBO, they changed it. Because initially he called Justin Long, I think he called him queer bait, and then I think they changed it to jail bait, or something like that. And then he had a line like, so he's throwing wrenches. They're doing the practice, and he's throwing wrenches. He's like, well, if you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball. So he's throwing it at them, and Justin Long obviously keeps getting hit. And Rip Torn says, you're as useful, so if you see the version now, it says, you're as useful as a poopy-flavored lollipop. But originally, it was, you're as useful as a cock-flavored lollipop.
Wow.
And I remember this specifically, because I remember seeing this in the theater, and my ex and I, we were hysterical laughing at that line. We thought it was the funniest thing, but every time
Were you stoned when you saw the movie?
No, actually we weren't. I know. But it was funny ever since then. Like, whenever we see it, we're kind of depressed and upset that they changed it to poopy flavored. It's like, really? Like, that was a great line. Why change it? Keep it. Anyways.
Yeah. Some people can get a little sensitive, I guess.
Oh my God, grow a pair.
Well, my next choice, we'll keep on with the Ben Stiller theme. One of the few Ben Stiller comedies I really like. There's Something About Mary.
That wasn't my favorite, actually. I know everybody loved it. Yes, there's some funny jokes in it, but
I haven't seen that film and laughing at all. I mean,
Frank and Beans. That one actually had me laughing.
When that film first came out, I was like, this is crazy.
The guy who played Mary's brother, that was just Frank and Beans, Frank and Beans. Oh my God!
Oh, and Matt Dillon as the detective, and the amazing Chris Elliott.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a fan of his. I think for me, it's like you're Will Ferrell. It's like, no.
Really? You like Chris Elliott?
I'm just not.
Now listen, Cabin Boy, that movie was terrible, but TV show he did, Get a Life, was funny. That was funny.
Oh, I love Cabin Boy. I love the David Letterman appearance.
Cameo.
Yeah. You want to buy a monkey? But yeah, I mean, Chris Elliott, Get a Life was that show he did on Fox that was amazing, years ahead of its time.
Yeah.
He was also great on Everybody Loves Raymond, and I think with Chris Elliott, he has this way of being extremely confident as a character while also showing the audience that what he's doing is a joke. You're meant to laugh at it. Like his Everybody Loves Raymond character with that ridiculous wig that he had, and just how he would like throw his hair back and fluff the hair up. Just he knew how to sell, and that was amazing.
So, look, I'm not a fan of his, but it's not like I hate him it's not like I hate him. I'm just not a fan. So it's like, I've seen him in some cameos, which I thought, like, he was on Everybody Loves Raymond. And I thought that was kind of funny, but, I'm not going to put down I'm just not going to put him down just because he was in the movie. Like some people do, Tim.
Well, Will Ferrell deserves it. All right, what's your next one, Noel?
Well,
no, didn't you just...
No. He went. He mentioned,
Sorry.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
So I'm not paying attention.
No, I felt like you were the one who mentioned... All right.
No. So he truly, 420 episode, we released stuff.
What?
I'm going to stay with the Farrelly brothers and do Kingpin. That's a funny movie, man. That's a great stoner movie. That's a great movie to smoke up to. With Woody Harrelson, Dennis Quaid. Randy Quaid.
Yeah, before he
I feel
went
like
nuts.
I missed a turn.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm still kind of like
Bill Murray.
No. I'm saying I feel like we rotated and I missed a turn somewhere.
No. There's something about Mary, and we talked about a couple of other movies, but
yeah.
Oh, that's right. Because you mentioned Cabin Boy. That's why I thought. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
So see how happens, folks, when we smoke that weed.
Shut up.
So
I don't do that, Mom. I don't know what he's talking about.
Right,
listen, you little
She's got a
innocent.
blunt in her hand right now. So.
I do not.
Damn, Morah, stop.
I got nothing, Mom. He's lying, Mom.
So with Kingpin, Bill Murray. I mean, come on. I mean, as Ern, that's just that film is hilarious from top to bottom. That's a funny movie. Great stoner film. That's it?
No, I love that movie. It was just perfectly done. I mean, and you can't go wrong with Bill Murray. I mean, even when he's in a bad movie, he still brings something that you can enjoy.
Yes.
Yep.
Hi, Morah, your turn.
Your turn now.
I had one before and I just forgot it. So I'm going through the book and I am going to mention, going back to Kevin Smith, Dogma. I don't know. I kind of like the whole religious, the whole discussion of religion and everything. And that's definitely, when you have a nice buzz going and you're like, really, you kind of stop and kind of rethink everything.
I mean, that's the point. It does get kind of deep, with Mary and of course again, Jane, Silent Bob, the two apostles, Alan Rickman.
Oh, I love Alan Rickman. It's funny though, how the take though, where it's like with Chris Rock, where it's like Jesus, where it's like everybody thinks he's this white guy, and God is a woman.
Well, a lot of more said.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I love the take that he, everything he came up with. I thought was hysterical.
Yeah, George Carlin was great in that movie. I loved.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah,
I loved Buddy Christ. That was great. My thoughts on that movie. I loved it when it first came out, but over the years, I think the message that he was trying to get was just really too simplistic and not something that he really should have tackled. I don't think he was the right person for that material. I mean, it's still much better than Red State. My God, Dogma is his Citizen Kane compared to Red State and some of the other garbage he's put out lately. But just, Jason Lee. I love Jason Lee as the bad guy.
I love the fact they had a lot of great, the way he touched on topics without being it too much, without being it ran down your throat. The fact that the main character, what's her name? Where she
Mary.
No, the actress's name. I'm trying to remember.
Linda Florentino.
Yeah, where it's the husband, she's divorced, she had a miscarriage, and she lost her faith. And now she has to take this trip. And even on the other side of it, where you have Matt Damon and Ben Affleck's characters, where, they got kicked out, and I love where they went to the company because they're worshiping an idol. Mm-hmm. I thought that whole take, I thought that was very well done. So, and the fact he goes on that shooting rampage. And it's like he kills everyone. And he's like, and he was about to kill the female. It's like, well, you didn't say bless me when I sneezed.
Oh, wow.
I thought that was great.
Or the shit monster fight where you don't actually see him fight.
Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. And Salma Hayek was in it, too. So that was great.
Yeah. All right. My next one, let's go with a little movie called Team America World Police.
Team America. Fuck yeah.
Just their original intent with that movie, they wanted to just take the script from Armageddon and do it with marionettes, but for legal reasons, they ended up having to make their own original movie. Like, but I loved at the beginning, with the everyone has AIDS. Oh
my God.
I
love the sex scene. Oh my God.
That was hilarious too. The reason they did it that way, what people will commonly do, and I'm sure Noel can comment a little bit more, having worked in the industry, sometimes when they know they're going to get a certain rating from the MPAA, filmmakers will add additional scenes that they know they will be cut, but something that they can use as bartering to keep the scenes that they really want to make. So that's why they ended up going as hardcore with the sex scene as they did. Just that. Some of the talent on the movie, the vocal talent. There's a voice actor, Phil Hendry, who played I believe he played the computer in the movie. He used to have this radio call-in show back in the late 90s called The Phil Hendry Show, and I think it may still be around, but what the audience did not know is that he was not only the host, but he was the guest on the show as well. Like, what he would like this one character, I remember, he created, it was this mother in her late 40s who talked about the benefits of having parties at her house for her kids and letting them have sex and take drugs just because, it's safe, and it's, if they're doing it in the house with me, then I know it's going to be safe. And then you would have callers call in not realizing that he's playing the voice of the mother, arguing with this woman, and just the great back and forth that they did with that was amazing. But also the leader of the world police, Gary, I hired you because you're a great actor. Now go out there and act your ass off.
Yeah, I remember seeing that in LA when it first came out.
Yeah,
I saw it in the theater. I loved it, and I remember my ex had to drive across the country. He was moving back to Oregon. And I gave him the soundtrack, so he had something to listen to. It was hysterical. Because that was a really great soundtrack.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to do a montage. Yeah, a montage.
No, I'm trying to remember. There was Team America, fuck yeah, but then there was another one.
The slow jam song was like 8 nights only, 890. Fuck, I don't remember.
No, well, that was supposed to be a take off Friends. But there was another one. There was another song.
Well, I love when they did the slow version of America. Fuck yeah.
Oh my God, it's gonna kill me. Now I'm gonna have to ask Clay to look it up because I can't remember. It was great. All right.
Next one.
My turn. Oh yeah, the Blues Brothers.
Nice.
There's a film. There we go. Finally, people like that. Okay, it's like Congressman there, getting you guys back in the picture. From top to bottom, I mean, what can we not say about that film? And just the chase itself is worth getting high for.
Yeah.
It's a great film. If you get a chance to, for those who've seen it a couple times, there's actually an extended version that's out there you should catch too. That's really some of the scenes when Jake's in jail. And when Elwood leaves, Elwood actually works for a glue factory, so that's I guess those cans of glue. There's a scene where they actually take some of the extra glue and inflate the tires of the cops so it explodes. But they probably cut it down for timing. But it's just incredible. I love that film. I remember having that poster up on my wall in high school. You know the famous quote. You know the
Our
quote?
mission from God.
No. When the card said, "Well, was it 100? It's 100 110 miles to Chicago, full tank of gas. It's dark. Wear sunglasses. In it.
Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah, great film.
Yeah,
that's a good one. That's a great one to get to smoke out to.
Yeah,
that is a good one.
In 2001, I had a chance to go to Chicago and saw a couple of the places where they filmed the movie. And I tried my best to get into City Hall to go to the Cook County Assessor's Office. It was a Saturday and they were closed. So,
but it does exist.
It does exist, yeah. It's City Hall. It's right across the street from the Richard J. Daley Plaza with Van Gogh.
Okay.
Yeah, and I actually saw too the spot where the Bluesmobile hit City Hall and then fell apart.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so that was cool. One thing I didn't see, I really wanted to find it. I wanted to find that little motel that Elwood was staying in, because that was the same place where Richard Kimball in the movie The Fugitive also stayed in. They shared a lot of the same scenes.
Oh wow!
Same locations, I mean.
Okay.
Yeah, like when Richard Kimball goes to the jail thinking he found the one-armed man, but then realized it was somebody else. That was filmed at City Hall.
Oh wow! That's awesome.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah, but the music on the Blues Brothers is amazing from top to bottom. The fact that it gave new life to singers that I thought it was a crime that Aretha Franklin did not have a record label at the time that movie came out.
Yeah.
Really? I thought she did.
No, I think Atlantic had dropped her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and also the song she did in the movie, Think. The original album that song was on was out of print.
Wow.
That's why I love the movie more than anything. The fact that it really celebrated the music of people that laid the foundation for music as we know it today.
Yeah, supposedly they're doing a biography film about her, and Jennifer Hudson's going to play her.
I could see that.
That would be good, yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Maybe they'll have her at WrestleMania 3. I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's just yeah. She was there. It's something that's right after the time.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean her, Cab Calloway. You had Ray Charles,
John Lee Hooker.
James Brown.
Oh yeah.
Reverend Cleophas. Hey, we hear about James Brown. Do you see the light?
Chaka Khan was one of the singers in the choir. Yeah.
Wow, man. Yeah, that's one of those few films you can watch. I mean, Silver, of course, was still, but it's just a great film from top to bottom.
Yeah, and the backing band alone. I mean, they were Booker T and the MGs. Paul Schaefer is the one credited for putting the Blues Brothers band together.
Well, yeah, he played when they did that skit on SNL. Schaefer was in charge of that band.
Yeah, the only reason he wasn't in the movie was that Gilda Radner had a one-woman show on Broadway at the time that he
was doing, right? Yeah,
he was doing that. Yeah. But he did come back for Blues Brothers 2000, a film that should not have been made. Yeah. It is what it is. All right, what's your next one, Morah?
So I'm going to go to my childhood, because I always thought, this would have been interesting. I've never seen it, Buzz, so I have no clue, but I could totally see I know people who've done it to this movie and totally can see the appeal. Wizard of Oz.
Classic.
Wow, I haven't seen that film in a long time.
Right? So
yeah, it's been a moment. I haven't seen that film in a long time.
Well, they play it every year around the holidays.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I really haven't sat down and watched from beginning to end in a long time.
Especially when, the whole thing where supposedly it links up to Pink Floyd. If you start it at a certain time and you start Pink Floyd, The Wall at a certain time.
Not The Wall.
Dark Side of the Moon.
Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah,
right.
it does it 3 times. Well, it does. There's some bus drops out, but it does syncs up. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's that tells you it's yes, this would definitely be one of those movies that would be perfect to watch when you're stoned.
Yeah, I recently purchased it for our tournament episode. I wanted to rewatch it again, and just everything about that film was just amazing. I mean, the fact that they filmed it on the studio with the Land of Oz, but it felt like you were in an actual real place. And Margaret Hamilton as the Wicked Witch of the West. Damn, she was amazing in that film. I loved her performance.
Yeah, all of it was great. But the fact, like the way, I don't know, just being in another land with flying monkeys, it's like that's got to be like, what the hell, man?
And I'm surprised of it seems like people are afraid of remaking that film. I like when Sam Raimi did that Oz movie a few years back from Disney, it was a prequel, which. Stop. I really wish somebody in Hollywood would make an honest-to-goodness Wizard of Oz movie.
No. There are certain movies, and this is why the issue I have with Willy Wonka. There's certain movies that should just not be touched. They were done beautifully the first time. There's no reason to redo it. Wizard of Oz is one of them. Willy Wonka's another one. Same thing with the Godfather movie. Like, I wouldn't want to see a remake of the Godfather.
Modern day Godfather, starring Leonardo DiCaprio as Don Corleone.
Please don't, because you know that's now that you said it, watch someone's going to be like, "Oh my God, that's amazing! You should totally do it."
Paul Rudd is Michael Corleone.
What? Not Will Ferrell?
Oh God. I hope he's okay.
Shut up.
All right, I will go on with my next one. Beavis and Butthead Do America.
Yeah,
I knew that was coming.
That's a great one.
Yeah, just some of the vocal talent they had in the film. Bruce Willis and Demi Moore as the villains were great. Cloris Leachman as the old lady. Like, I'm gonna go to Vegas to play the slots, and then Beavis turns to Butthead. And, listen, she's a slut. You're great. Kicks ass. But
David Letterman as the roadie and possibly one of the dads.
You didn't get with him, dumbass. And I think that was the first time Rob Zombie had any sort of that was with the animation they did when Beavis and Butthead got high off of the plant. What was that? Peyote, I believe it was. The animation that they did. That was Rob Zombie's first film credit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know that.
And Isaac Hayes doing a spoof of his own theme song from Shaft, doing the Beavis and Butthead theme. That kicked ass.
Yeah, but that film came out at the right time. That Beavis and Butthead were really at the height.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that. I think that was in college. Yeah, we were seeing that in college. Me and my buddy got high, and that was like we just started laughing the entire film.
Or also at the end, too, when the FBI agents are done with the anal probe on Butthead, and he goes, "Did I just score?"
That was what Robert Stack,
Robert Stack, yeah. Give that man
anal probes around. Wow, yeah.
All
right, next one.
Well, we change the tone. American Beauty.
The good one.
That's a nice one to get high to. In fact, that when the main characters gets high the first time, really is kind of cool. I mean, it's a dark. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, the film has some dark overtones, and especially the relationship between Kevin Spacey's character and Mina Cervantes' character. This young kind of this part of Lester's being expanded. Once he starts smoking weed. But there's some good scenes in there where he's blazing up. But there's some. I mean, it does have a dark ending.
Yeah.
Like I said, some stoner films have a light one, some have a dark one. But for this one, for me, that like the scene where he finally meets Wes Bentley's character, and they're in the back smoking, and he smokes up, and I was like, all right. And then also Lester, starts running, starts getting in shape, starts changing, starts smoking a lot of more weed. So,
yep.
It's kind of sad, so it makes you feel like, hey, his life is turning around and going on the up, and
I mean, it's one of those ones now that with all the revelations about how much of a scumbag Kevin Spacey was, I don't know if I would necessarily want to watch the movie now, but when I did first see it, it was a damn good movie. And Sam Mendes as a director, that was his first film, and I think he won the Best Directing Oscar for that. Not bad.
It won, that, Alan Paul won Best Original Screenplay. I think Spacey won Best Actor for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spacey has two.
I think.
Yeah, Spacey won Best Actor, and he won Best Supporting Actor for Usual Suspects. So yeah, that was that was a big film for DreamWorks too. So.
Yep. All right. What do you got?
So I am going to go back again to another childhood classic, Alice in Wonderland. I know this movie was kind of remade multiple times. Many different versions, and I just feel like, if I remember correctly, even like when the book, like it's all based on a book, and the book, I think the writer, was it the writer who specifically said that yes, he was tripping when he wrote it, or
Lewis Carroll said he was not on drugs, which I don't believe, but he said he was not on drugs. It was fantasy.
It's good. But no, go ahead. But what? Say that again?
That it was just a fantasy.
But I feel like I did read somewhere where it was like they did say that he was he was, because it's a total trip. The way it was all like being seen, the way it all takes place, what Alice goes through, down the rabbit hole, like. Drug references is all over the place. You know, she takes something and now she's bigger. She takes another thing, now she's small. It's like you get high, you get low. A lot of references, so.
Yeah. And it did help birth one of my favorite rock songs from the 60s, White Rabbit from Jefferson Airplane.
Good song.
Yeah. All right. I don't have much more on my list. I will say this. Machete from Robert Rodriguez.
I want to see it. I haven't seen it.
You haven't?
Yeah, that's a good film. That's it.
Yeah. The fake trailer alone, they just fucked with the wrong Mexican. And just Danny Trejo just finally getting a chance to shine. Robert De Niro, of all people. It's the weirdest cast. Never did I think I would see a film that stars Danny Trejo with Robert Rodriguez.
He's awesome.
With Robert De Niro, with Lindsay Lohan, and a few other people. It's silly, it's crazy, but it works. Michelle,
it's fun. It's fun. It's a fun film. She's in it.
Yeah, Michelle Rodriguez did a great job in the film as she. And the only bad part about that movie, Jessica Alba, she's really not that good of an actress. I don't like her really as an actress. I don't dislike her like I do Will Ferrell, but she's just bland as an actress.
I'm not a fan, so it's not the same. I have no feelings, yay or nay to her. I was just kidding.
Yeah.
No worries.
Shit, how dare you?
I'm not insulted. No, you insulted?
No.
All right, we're good.
All right.
No, not at all. Each his own.
Your turn.
That's right. I was we went out with American Beauty, but I'm trying to think. You know what's a good film? No funny film is. It's actually for a while. Meatballs.
That's a good one. I love Meatballs.
That's a good one. That's a good
just doesn't matter.
That's a good film to get high to. Another Bill Murray. Hey, listen, when in doubt with weed, you can't go wrong with Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with that.
Any of his stuff, that Caddyshack.
Caddyshack too.
No.
But Meatballs, Ivan Reitman. I think Howard Ramis wrote that one, I believe. That's a great film. And then when every morning, Morty, the camp director, be woken up either outside or hanging out. That's a really
on the lake.
On the lake, yeah. That's a good film. That's a really good film to watch, to catch. It's been a moment, but it still holds up. It's a funny film, especially for those of us who've been to camp. Like I've been to camp. It's Sleepaway Camp. It's kind of funny, man. Funny movie.
Yeah, not like Sleepaway Camp. Oh man.
Sleepaway Camp was it? Yeah, man. I did that too. Sleepaway Camp.
All right. All
right, Morah.
So my movie. This has to do. I kind of like those movies, like where there's actually a hidden theme in it. So this has to. So going to The Lost Boys.
Okay.
vampire flick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Joe Schumacher. Yeah.
Corey
Haim.
Haim.
And Feldman.
The two Corys.
Jason. Yeah.
Two Corys.
Yeah, with Jason Patrick.
Yes.
Kiefer Sutherland.
Every teenage girl's dream right there in that whole movie. Yeah, it was awesome. You know, this was like one of the first hot vampire movies.
Jamie Gertz.
Jamie Gertz.
We love you, Jamie Gertz.
Yeah. Also another great 80s icon right there.
Yeah, Jamie Gertz.
So yeah, you know, that movie when it came out, that was the whole thing, as we all know, where the vampires was supposed to be really drug dealers, you know, and that's the whole thing. Like, again, spoiler, at the very end, the grandfather was like, oh, you know, this town would be great if it wasn't for those damn vampires.
Dum, dum. And he smokes weed, too, so you know.
But that's the whole thing. He's referring, you know, but that was the whole thing. It's like, that was the main message, where it's like, yes, everybody knows drugs is around, but no one's really doing anything about it, and the town's going to hell because of the drug dealers and the drugs and all. So, but if you forget the message and just enjoy the movie for what it is, with all the vampires and the blood and all that, keeps you on the edge of your seat.
Yes, it does.
It was a good movie.
Yeah.
Well,
Thoughts, Tim?
Yeah, I'm at the end of my list here.
You need Noel's movie book, Reaper Movie Madness.
Well, here it is.
Here. Do you see it?
I see it now.
And that's everything.
Yeah, it's a really good book. That was given to me by my good friend Maddie Love, because he knows I'm a stoner. And it has some really cool films. It breaks down genres: comedy, action, adventure, biopics. Really good book. It's a really good book to have on your shelf.
330 pages.
Yeah, especially for all the movie stoners out there, which I'm quite sure there are a lot of us out there. Nice book to have in your collection.
And it doubles as a rolling paper if you're in need. Hey.
There you go.
Break it up.
All right, so unless you guys got some more chances, I think we got enough in the books here to wrap up an episode.
I think so.
Well, then,
I'm done.
Let's wrap it up then. We thank you all for listening. Remember to subscribe to us on iTunes and the Google Play Music Store. Support us on Patreon. Also, go to friendstalkingnerdy.com. We've revamped the website, and the website now has every single episode of Friends Talking Nerdy for your listening pleasure. So definitely head there, give it a listen. So your friend, what is it, Cade?
Who?
Your Oregon friend?
Clay.
I don't know. Yeah, he can listen on the website now, so I don't have to.
You hear that, Clay?
Yeah, listen. But we all...
No more excuses.
Yeah. Well, we thank you all for listening, and feel free to tune in again next week.
And with that, another episode of Friends Talking Nerdies in the Books. Thank you all for listening. This is Tim Jousma. Next week, folks, will be our biggest event ever. It will be the Friends Talking Nerdy Greatest Movie Ever Championship Tournament. In previous weeks, we've gone over what you'll see in Round 1 for Divisions 1, 2, and 3. Right now, let's go over the matchups you'll see in Division 4. You got Sterling's choice of The Avengers facing off against my choice of Planet of the Apes. You have Noel with his choice of The Color of Money facing off against Morah with her choice of Galaxy Quest. You have Sterling with his choice of American History X versus my choice of Ghostbusters. You have Noel with his choice of MASH facing off against Morah with her choice of Working Girl. Sterling has a choice of GoldenEye facing off against my choice of Blazing Saddles. You have Noel with his choice of Goodfellas facing off against Morah with her choice of Flash Gordon. You have Sterling with his choice of Higher Learning versus my choice of Enter the Dragon. And finally, we have Noel with his choice of Where Eagles Dare facing off against Morah with Hot Fuzz. The coming weeks will be the tournament. We are definitely excited for y'all to hear what we're about to do with this. Head over to friendstalkingnerdy.com for some more information about the tournament. And above all else, remember to enter our little contest. On the website, you'll have the information, I promise, on how to create your own fantasy bracket. On the choices here, the person who chooses the most successful choices will get to be on the show. and we'll discuss the topic of their choice. Simple as that. So head to friendstalkingnerdy.com for some more information about that. In the coming days here, Sterling and I, we're going to be recording a very special bonus episode. It's going to be about a little tiny independent movie that just came out. It's going to be the Friends Talking Nerdy spoilerific review of Avengers Infinity War. I will warn you right now. I will warn you on the bonus episode before we start talking about the movie, but we will be getting into some heavy spoilers for that bonus episode. So if you do have plans at any point of watching Avengers Infinity War, do not listen to our episode until afterwards unless you do not mind spoilers. But we're definitely excited. I've already had a chance to see Avengers Infinity War. My non-spoiler review, I would have to say Avengers Infinity War. This is Marvel's Empire Strikes Back. It was that damn good. Just go out of your way, go see that movie. It's amazing. Once again, next week, the Friends Talking Nerdy Greatest Movie Ever Championship Tournament will begin. We can't wait for you all to hear the action. And as always, subscribe to the podcast, on iTunes, the Google Play Music Store, on Spotify. Support us on Patreon. Head to friendstalkingnerdy.com again. You can find us on Twitter at FTNerdy. You can also find us on Facebook at friendstalkingnerdy.com. Just got into a big hiccup spasm right there. I wonder how folks in radio do it. I know. Hey, let's do a take two. Not on this show. So with that, we thank you all for listening. Keep your ears out for the special bonus episode Sterling and I will be putting out about Avengers Infinity War. And then again, next week, the Friends Talking Nerdy Greatest Movie Ever Championship Tournament.
Upon the examination of the galaxies of space, images begin to appear. Images of strange and powerful forces. But of all the forces of the universe, the four most powerful: Tim Jousma, Morah, Noel, and Sterling, prepare to explode. Champion versus champion, title for title. It's the ultimate challenge. It's Friends Talking Nerdy.